Mercury in Taurus. Now, I don't know anyone with Mercury in Taurus. I hope, for the sake of all you Mercury Taurians, that I get this correct. So, off the bat, I want to say that Taurians are slow in their decision making, meaning they are slow in making a final decision. And once they have made up their mind about something, it's difficult to sway them from what they have decided. I imagine that these people would be stubborn in their thinking and their opinions and what they believe and their routines. They can be kind of very stuck in their ways, and they don't like to change it up. They like to have a set routine that they follow, because that's kind of, it gives them a sense of security. They can be slow to learn new things, and they probably do better learning things in a slow, thorough, practical teaching environment. But once they learn something, they hold on to that information for a really long time. Taurus is ruled by the planet Venus, and Venus rules peace and love and harmony, amongst lots of other things. So I imagine that Taurus Mercury people would have very peaceful voices. It wouldn't be very harsh, and they wouldn't be harsh in their communication. They would generally have nice sounding voices, and they might speak softly, or they could just have a voice that people generally enjoy listening to. They would be more polite in their speech and won't be very vulgar. Their voice can be mellow and soothing. Kelly Clarkson has Mercury in Taurus, so she has a really nice voice. People with Mercury in Taurus might even be good singers because they can generally have really melodious voices and very pleasant sounding. Some people can kind of see these people with Mercury in Taurus as lazy because they can take so long to make a decision. But it's just that they want to make the right decision and take the time to do that, because once they do make a decision, they'll stick to it. Because Taurus is an earth sign and they are very practical, generally when they're learning something, they need a very hands-on approach and direct and simple and practical way of learning something. So they need someone to demonstrate for them to learn whatever it is they're trying to learn. Once they make up their mind about a decision, it can take a lot of strength to get them to change their mind. If you're in an argument or a debate with Mercury and Taurus, it can be hard for them to stay in an intellectual state of mind. Mercury and Taurus people might actually be good at sculpting, different artistic works, but things where they have to work with their hands, and even gardening, getting into the earth because they're an earth sign. Cher also has Mercury in Taurus, so they can be good at projecting their voices to big audiences. But they generally won't be the first person to speak, like if they're in a class, because they take so long to decide what they want to say. They probably really think about concepts, think them out thoroughly before they announce anything. Venus is also the planet of beauty, so Mercury being the planet of communication and your speech and what you think, and your daily routines, these people can be more inclined to having beautiful surroundings and basically being able to see where there is beauty and what will look good, basically. Taurus is a sign that cares about material things and money, and their possessions is probably on their mind a lot. People with Mercury in Taurus, their thinking is probably more on their finances than any other Mercury placement, because Taurus is the sign that rules finances and material gains and material objects and stuff. They're probably generally good at managing their finances as well and giving advice to people on how to manage theirs. So that was Mercury in Taurus. I hope I did it justice.